from the devs at Vanilla. Wait, hold on. From Vanilla. Damn it! Come on! From Vanillaware, it's Unicorn Overlord. Starring the Dragonites, Tree Hugger Elves, Simps, who took over Italy apparently, and the Viking Furries. And they all band together with no unicorns. Not a single one. Only to find their homes burning ablaze by the edgelord with the glowy nugget ring. Our hero looks back at his castle, wondering his next move.
The end.
Wait, nope, there's more. So we finally find a unicorn. Well, a statue of one. No real unicorns yet. But anyway, in these empty streets, Joseph calls down the queen to politely kick her out, because apparently her friends ditched her for the ring guy from earlier. But what can I say? That ring? It's epic. But not all hope is lost, as a few weren't a sellout to the ringman. The queen then tells Joseph to get out and take a kid with him, as she's gonna get killed. Now Joseph attaining dad status, Queen Elena runs to her doom. Even her son is like, yo, help my mama out. Later on, we see Valmore's newly acquired friends being roasted by the queen. This is enough to rally up Hodrick and company as they march into battle. And beat everyone, making Valmore a very salty traitor. Even the queen calls for a timeout in her fight with Valmore to find something more elusive. The point being, he wants to take over the world. Go figure. Elena proceeds to call him delusional, which results in a brawl. We return to Joseph riding his non-unicorn in the forest, talking to himself, and we don't have time for more of him because we gotta see how that fight ended. And she lost. She lost to the chunky boy. And so did everybody else. Okay, well that was Unicorn Overlord. There's no unicorns in sight and the villain took over everything immediately. The end. There's 40 more minutes of footage left. Okay, well never mind. 10 years later, we find Scarlet standing by a unicorn shrine, and yet, still, no unicorns roaming about. Maybe that's why there are graves around the shrine. They were hunted into extinction. We see the queen's son, Elaine, grown up and sparring with his bud Lex, as they try to prepare a liberation army against Valmore's empire. Lex being perplexed on how to execute such a major retaliation movement. Elaine reminds him that he has...
I have the power of God and anime on my side!
Wait,
This bulletproof argument convinces Lex. Getting pumped up by the rebellion, Lex wants to go grab some lunch. But before they can... Hi guys! Elaine and Lex don't want that ship to partake in their lunch. As revenge, when the crew from the ship arrives at dock, they bar the harbor from entry. Our man Hodrick comes in, and he has turned to the dark side, and wants to infiltrate the cathedral. We see Scarlet praying to the Father, the Mother, and Unicorn. Her prayer is then interrupted by the Zenorian soldiers. They attempt to attack her only to be impressed by her speed. Elaine fills Scarlet in on what's happening, and she proclaims that no more bloodshed shall occur in the cathedral. The bodies that are already there, we'll just keep them there. And we're just gonna run ourselves out. They'll take care of it later, hopefully. Joseph and Chloe stroll in to greet our heroes, and ignore the bleeding bodies from earlier. Joseph hands Elaine a gift from his mother, the unicorn ring. As our heroes leave the cathedral, Scarlet notices that the enemy has reached their town, which for some reason is completely isolated from the church. And it's a third of the size! Lex spots some more soldiers coming from the south. Chloe points out Lex's arrogant move, only to be stuck with him as a result. Joseph, Scarlet, and Elaine march south to the next occupied area. Joseph recognizes Hodrick and wonders why he had turned over to Valmore, now called Galerius. Hodrick's answer?
This just works.
Now this is the part where our heroes try to persuade our fallen member to see the light, and yet, nope, we're fighting him, okay.
This struggle will only prolong the pain. Accept the mercy of a swift demise.
Okay, why you evil though?
I'm a fight you now.
So while Joseph banished one of the guards into the Shadow Realm, Elena notes that their weapons may not be enough. Scarlet then tries her magic to see if it's more effective. Before that... So why are you evil now?
Because plot!
Hodrick, realizing he done screwed up, comes to his senses that the evil ruler is an evil ruler. Joseph is ready to finish him off, but Elaine decides to take a different approach.
So tell me why you evil now?
This question gets asked so many times it causes the ring to emit blue power. And now Hodrick discovered the meaning of life. It's revealed that the Knights of the Queen were cast under a mind control spell, the Night of Mutiny. And it's a strong spell lasting for 10 years, which can only be repelled by Elaine's ring, which is known to purify evil. What? Also, in this universe, the ring is Orthodox approved. Though I don't know how they feel about the unicorn worship, though, from earlier. Now, with the cause of the rebellious knights found out, and Hodrick aiding the fight, our heroes set sail for their mission. During their trip, Joseph informs of a new recruit, Clive, whom they'll meet on land. Scarlet pulls Elaine aside for something important, and then immediately regrets getting his attention. After some probing, Scarlet confesses that she is shook by the dramatic shift from peace to war. But as priestess, she will give her all for the liberation effort.
Later.
So why did we stop? Now, I don't know if you know, but we're surrounded. What's up? You see? They try fighting them off. Elaine gets a kill, Lex gets a draw, and Chloe gets one-shotted. Hodrick realizes that the leader is Renault, whom immediately kidnaps Scarlet. Going out of the city to catch up, Elaine realizes they're surrounded by guards. Hey, do you mind not being evil?
I like money.
Coming through!
The party joins Joseph and Clive to a safe house to discuss plans. Hodrick notes that Renault was one of Elena's top knights who fell under Galerius' spell. As for Scarlet, her role as a priestess could be the reason for her kidnapping. Once the meeting is concluded, Elaine is set to go off.
Hey, I just overheard you don't leave.
Clive introduces Travis to Elaine, who specializes in spying. He gives our heroes insight on the whereabouts of Renault. With a game plan in place, they get out of their fort to take out the nearby forces, one-shotting most of them. They eventually reach the bridge and manage to cross the river. Aubin isn't thrilled about it, and eventually Aubin finds himself surrounded. After a gruesome battle, Joseph and Clive come in for the clutch to snag the victory for the rebellion. Once confronted, Elaine interrogates Aubin on Galerius' desire for Scarlet. After failing to get the info, he goes to the next best thing, bribing the guy. Chloe attempts to save face with a holier-than-thou approach, which is met with laughter. Thankfully, the bribing plan worked in Elaine's favor. Our heroes meet up to discuss plans on their next step. They agree to bolster their numbers, and so they agree to rally up the townsfolk to bear arms.